Sagittarius. This is for your horoscope for October 20th through October 26th. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, and Rising. Sagittarius, I want to speak to, first of all, that, there's some intense energies going around. There might even be some intense language happening and you're not even aware of it, okay? Try to be aware of your emotions. Emotional regulation will be important here because Mars and Mercury are in your 12th house of unseen things, so you're probably not seeing how sharply you're coming off or saying things. And then also your friend, you could be experiencing some shifts and adjustments around friends, so I imagine this might have something to do with friends, but could also have a lot to do with what you attract or who you attract, particularly around your home and community in particular. Mostly because of who you attract and because we're dealing with the 11th house there, with that yod pointing to the sun in Scorpio. And it's first in Libra and then in Scorpio. So I feel like this has a lot to do with relationships. And I feel like you might say something that you didn't really mean to say. So you might just want to slow it down a little bit and try to get in touch with the emotions, particularly Thursday, Friday, because that's when this energy will intensify. And with the moon in your sign on Friday, it could really intensify things. So I encourage you to try to say it Thursday, maybe, even though the moon is in Scorpio, but it would take some emotional awareness and some work on being aware of how you are feeling underneath, Sagittarius. So, take a little time. If you could just take a walk outside, or maybe just take a little time for yourself and maybe a little self awareness, you would become aware of how you're feeling. And then it might be easier to communicate what you have to say. And then the truth that you need to speak with intensity could be dimmed down a little bit if we were more aware of how we feel and we could make a plan about what we're going to say. I'm going to say that the easiest thing to do is to make a plan about what you're going to say rather than just running towards it. And, this is going to be a positive for relationships. So, speaking your truth is really important now. Don't sit on it. You'll explode later. So, don't sit on it. It's best to speak your truth now so that we can deal with it now, especially with Venus and Libra, in your 10th house. If this has anything to do with work or the work you do in the world or what you present to the world, now is a good time to say it. Speak your truth. Just try to do it with